I am Dr. W.B. Gunole from Kamala Nehru Mahavidyalaya, Nagpur. Today we are going to discuss the valential electron pair repulsion theory. In short, it is known as VSEPR theory. As we know, there are different types of theories to explain the shape and geometry of the molecules, and that is valence bond theory, molecular orbital theory, crystal field theory, ligand field theory. Different types of theories are there. On the basis of that, we can decide the shape or geometry of the molecule. And one more is here, that is valential electron pair repulsion theory. And this theory about the valence bond repulsion, electron pair repulsion theory was given by Neil Bohm and the Gillespie. And Gillespie is a scientist who has given different stereochemical rules, and these rules are known as the Gillespie's stereochemical rules. So there are total 7-8 rules are there. On the basis of that rules, we have to decide what is the shape of the molecules or ion. As we know that name is given VSEPR, that is valential electron pair repulsion theory. So electron pair which is present around the central atom in the molecule, and there is a repulsion between electron pair, and depending upon that and depending upon the rules given by Gillespie, we can decide the shape. And now in this case, the electron pairs are two types. One is a bond pair of electrons, second is a lone pair of electrons. So what is the bond pair of electrons? So we can say that bond pair of the electron pair which take part in the bonding is the bond pair of electron, and the electron pair which do not take part in the bonding or in bond formation, which is known as the lone pair. So electron pairs are two types: bond pair of electron and lone pair of electron. And depending upon the presence of bond pair only or bond pair lone pair, there are two types of molecule. One is regular molecule and second is irregular molecules. Regular molecules contain all electron pair as a bond pairs. In case of irregular molecule, they contain both bond pair as well as lone pair of electrons. So detail about these rules of the VSEPR theory we are going to discuss in today's presentation. So the today's topic is stereochemistry and bonding in main group compounds. And here this is the part 1. And in this part we are going to discuss the topics of valential electron pair repulsion theory, what are the different types of Gillespie rules of VSEPR theory, what is meant by regular and irregular geometry of the molecules, and then applications of this theory. So first of all, now in this theory was given by Gillespie and Neil Bohm, which is in short known as the VSEPR theory. This theory explains the geometry of the compound. Initially, this theory was given by Sidgwick and Powell, and then modified by Gillespie and Neil Bohm. And now what is the name is given valential electron pair repulsion theory. So we can say that electron pair which is present around the central atom, present in the molecule, decide the geometry of the molecules. And now these electron pairs are two types: bond pair and lone pair. When all the bond pair of electrons are present around the central atom in the molecule, then the molecule is said to be a regular, or molecule have regular geometry. Example of regular molecules are methane, boron trifluoride, phosphorus pentachloride, sulfur hexachloride, like that. So in this case of VSEPR theory, what is now initially Sidgwick and Powell have given the simple example to explain the geometry or shape of this molecule based on VSEPR theory, and Gillespie have given some and Neil Bohm have given some rules of this geometry of the molecules. This theory is based upon the theory that polyatomic molecules, in polyatomic molecules, direction of bond along the central atom depends upon the total number of electron pair bonding as well as lone pairs in the valential. These electron pairs have a place and can have minimum repulsion with each other, and therefore this minimum repulsion corresponds to the state of minimum energy and maximum stability of the molecules. And because of that, on the basis of this concept, we can decide the geometry or shape of the molecule. So different types of rules are there. What are the different types of rules that we are going to discuss of this VSEPR theory? So as I told just now that what is regular and irregular molecules. So molecule in which the central atom is surrounded by only similar types of electron pair, and these molecules have regular geometry. On the other hand, the molecule in which the central atom is surrounded by bond pair as well as lone pair, then the molecules have irregular geometry. For example, like methane, phosphor pentafluoride, sulfur hexafluoride, IF7, these molecules have regular geometry because central atom have only bond pair of electron. On the other side, water, ClF3, SF4, F2O have irregular geometry because they contain lone pair as well as bond pair of electron. So there are two types of molecule, regular and irregular geometry molecules. So in case of VSEPR theory, rule number 1 says that total number of electron pair, whether bond pair or lone pair present around the central atom decide the shape or geometry of the molecule. So we can say that here the shape of the molecule is determined by the repulsion between the electron pair, whether this electron pair is bond pair or the non-bonding electron pair present in the valence shape. So or in short we can say that total number of electron pair present around the central atom in the molecule decide the shape of the shape or geometry of the molecule. For example is here, if there are two electron pair around the central atom, then the shape is linear. In case of linear geometry, bond angle is 180 degree. Examples are BeF2, AgCl2. If there are three electron pair around the central atom in the molecule, then the molecule have plane triangle geometry or planar triangle, and bond angle in case of triangular geometry is 120 degree. And examples are BF3 and BI3. If there are four electron pair, then the geometry is tetrahedral with a bond angle of tetrahedral bond angle is of 109 degree 28 minutes, and the examples are CH4, SnCl4. Next, if there are 5 electron pair around the central atom, shape is trigonal bipyramidal, angle is 120 degree and 90 degree, and examples are PCl5, IF5 or SbCl5. If there are 6 electron pair, shape is octahedral, and bond angle, or in case of octahedral, all the bond angles are of 90 degree. Example is SF6, and if there are 7 electron pair, then the shape is a pentagonal bipyramidal. Bond angles in case of pentagonal ring 72 degree, and those are perpendicular to the plane having bond angle 90 degree, and example is IF7. So this table clearly shows how many number of electron pair, whether bond pair or lone pair, total number of electron pair present around the central atom decide the geometry or shape of the molecule. So this is rule number 1. Here is shown linear shape. This is the linear shape, bond angle of 180 degree. Plane triangle, this is the plane triangle shape and having an angle of 120 degree. Examples are given here. In case of tetrahedral, shape is here. This is the tetrahedral shape, bond angle is of 109 degree 28 minutes. In case of trigonal bipyramidal geometry, see the geometry, trigonal bipyramidal geometry, and bond angle is of 120 degree. And in case of octahedral, see the octahedral shape, 6 corners are there, and all the bond angles are of 90 degree. Examples are given here of molecules and ions. Some ions are also there, molecules are there, ions are there. So these are the molecules and ion examples of different types of. So depending upon the bond pair of electrons present here, number of electron pairs are given, geometry and shape shown here in this slide. Rule number 2 is very important, and some molecules have irregular distorted geometry if the electron pair present around the central atom are not equivalent. That is, some electron pairs are bonded, so remaining are the lone pairs or bond pairs. So when the lone pair is present along with the bond pair around the central atom, In that case, bond pair repulsion is less, and therefore repulsive interaction decreases in the following order. This is the repulsive interaction. So in short, we can say that if the lone pair of electron present in the molecule along with the bond pair, then molecules have distorted geometry. And this repulsion between the electron pair, lone pair repulsion is greater than lone pair bond pair repulsion, and this is greater than bond pair repulsion. So remember this sequence of repulsive interaction between the electron pair. So if there is one lone pair, so lone pair interaction is greater, repulsion is more than lone pair bond pair, and this is more than bond pair repulsion. Therefore, presence of lone pair in the molecule have distorted geometry. So presence of lone pair in the molecule have distorted geometry. So this such type of molecule have irregular geometry. So this is rule number 2. Whether the if the central atom have lone pair bond pair repulsion, then they have irregular geometry or have distorted geometry, and this is the repulsive interaction between the electron pair. Rule number so here is shown now example CH4, number of bond pairs are there 4, number of lone pairs are 0, they have regular shape, and therefore angle is 109.5 degree. In case of this, this is the another example, NH3 ammonia have this what is now bond angle is 107.8 degree, 107 degree there because one is a lone pair. So presence of lone pair, geometry have distorted geometry. This is the triangular planar, or we can say this is the pyramidal shape, or having 4 electron pair, shape is tetrahedral, but also because of the presence of one lone pair, shape may be considered as a pyramidal shape. So this is regular shape, this is irregular shape. In case of ammonia now, see number of bond pairs are 3 and lone pairs are 1, so this is the shape. In case of this methane, all are the bond pairs. So here all are the bond pair, regular shape, one lone pair, irregular shape. This is case of the ammonia. In case of water, this is the shape of water, bent shape. This is H2O. This is bent or V shape, and have 2 lone pairs and 2 bond pairs. So this is the shape bent or V shape. This is the, because 2 are the lone pairs. In case of HF, 1 bond pair and 3 lone pairs. So see 3 lone pairs. So this shape may also be considered as a linear shape. So in this way, this is shown. And rule number 3 now we are going to see, greater the number of lone pair of electrons on the central atom, greater in general will be the tendency of the bond angle to contract, and hence greater will be the distortion in geometry of the molecule. This rule can be illustrated by considering the following example. So rule number 3 says that if the number of electrons on the central atom increases, then the bond angle also decreases. So greater the number of lone pair of electron on the central atom, greater is in general will be the tendency to contract. Hence bond angle, in this case, greater will be the distortion in the geometry of the molecule. So here bond angle decreases with the increase of number of electron on the central atom. So in case of NO2 plus, so this is NO2 plus, means 1 electron loss. Nitrogen have 7 electron in the valence shell, and configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p, 3. So 4 orbit of 2 electron and 5 electron in the outermost in valence shell. But 1 electron is positive is there, means 1 electron loss. So there are 4 electron around the nitrogen and 4 electron overlap with the oxygen orbitals and forming NO bonds, and there is no any electron lone pair on the nitrogen. In case of the NO2, this is NO2, so in this case there is no plus sign, means 5 electrons are there around the central atom nitrogen, and so 4 electrons are taking part in the bond formation with the oxygen and 1 electron remains. In case of NO2 minus, 6 electrons are there, because minus 1, 5 in the valence shell of nitrogen and minus 1 means 1 plus 1, so 6 electrons are there. So 2 electrons are there around the remain on the nitrogen as a lone pair. So if the number of electrons increases, then bond angle decreases, shown here. So here are the 2 electrons as a lone pair, here is 1 and here is 0. So bond angle decreases with the increase of number of electron, lone pair of electron on the central atom. So this is one example shown here. Now rule number 4, repulsive or repulsion between bond pair electron is greater if bond pair is near the central atom. For example, if electron pair, that is bond pair, is very close to the central atom, in that case repulsion between bond pair of electron is greater. And this example is given here, hydrides of group number 4A of the periodic table. It shows the decrease of bond angle. So see now here, this is the group 4. These are the hydrides of the group number 4. This is oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium. As we go down the group, what is the size increases? This in this case, electron pair is very close to the central atom. Then this one, because as we go down the group, number of shell increases, and that is why in this case the electron pair is very close to the central atom, and in this case it is far away. And therefore, as the distance increases, bond angle also bond angle decreases. So here this is shown that repulsion between the electron pair or the bond pair of electron is greater if bond pair is near the central atom. For example, and here in this case of water, this electron pair is very close to the central atom, and therefore there is a more repulsion, and therefore bond angle is more. And in this case, so bond angle decreases in this order. So here, because here central atom is oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium. If you go down the group, size increases, and increase of size also increases as the number of chain increases, size increases, and therefore the distance from the central atom to the tellurium is increases, and therefore bond angle decreases, shown here. This is the number 104.5 degree is the bond angle, 92.6 here, 91 degree, 89.5 degree. So we know that size of central atom goes on increasing, and its electronegativity goes on decreasing. Therefore, bond pair of electrons shift more and more away from the central atom as we move from water to H2Te. So repulsion between bond pair decreases from H2O to the H2Te, and hence bond angle also decreases. So this is shown. This is the rule number 4, repulsion between the electron pair. And after that, so the rule number 5 is electronegativity of the central atom decreases, bond angle also decreases. And as we know, because of the bond pair of electrons shift away from the central atom. Example in this case is the Pi3 or PCl3. We can explain this on the basis of this. And also now, if the electronegativity of the surrounding atom in the molecule decreases and the central atom remains the same, in that case bond angle increases, because bond pair of electrons shift away from the central atom, for example here. So depending upon the electronegativity of the central atom and the what is the surrounding atom, if the electronegativity of the surrounding atom decreases, then bond angle also increases. So here it is shown. This is the well-known example. Pi3, phosphorus is the central atom is same, but surrounding atoms are having different electronegativity. Cl is more electronegative than Br, Br is more electronegative than I3. So bond angle, as the electronegativity of the surrounding atom decreases, bond angle increases. So here this is having less electronegative iodine, having bond angle 102 degree. In this case 101.5 degree. In this case 100 degree. So similarly, arsenic is the central atom, and Cl3, Br3 and I3 are the surrounding atom. So as the electronegativity decreases, the bond angle increases. So here 101 is more than this one, and this is greater than this one, 98.4. So as depending upon the electronegativity of the central and also surrounding atom, the bond angle show the changes. So here this is the rule number 5, which explain the geometry, decide the shape. Now rule number 6, bond angle involving the multiple bonds are generally larger as compared to those molecules having single bond. So now here, according to the rule number 6, bond angle involving multiple bonds. Multiple bond means double bond, triple bonds are present in the molecule. Then there is a bond angle, larger bond angle as compared to the single bonds. So if there is a double or triple bond in the molecule, they do not affect the geometry of the molecule, but bond angle emerging the single bonds are generally smaller than as compared to the multiple bonds. This is another rule number 6 which is useful for deciding the shape of the molecule. Rule number 7 is that repulsion between electron pair in completely filled shell is greater as compared to the incomplete shell. For example, bond angle decreases in the order. So this is the oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, group number 4A, and here these are the hydrides, OH2, compound with hydrogen, SH2, ACH2, TH2. So bond angle, central atom, electronegative and distance is different as we go down the group. Number of shell increases, so their distance is also increases. So this, in case of OH2, oxygen is very close to the central atom, and because number of shells are less, and therefore it is very close to the, and in this case the completely filled shells are there, and therefore in case of OH2, bond angle is more as compared to ACH2, which is having 92.2, and this is having greater bond angle as compared to this one, and this is decreases in this order. So bond angle decreases as the distance also increases from the central atom. So central atom is there, then electron pairs are there, another this one. So as the distance increases, bond angle also decreases. So here of the central atom. So depending upon the repulsion between electron pair in completely filled shell and also incomplete shell. So this show the change in bond angle. So bond angle decreases in the order given in the example of hydrides of group number 4 element. And rule number 8, last rule is number 8. This rule says that repulsive forces decreases sharply with increasing bond angle between electron pair. They are the bond repulsive forces strong at 90 degree, weaker at 120, and weakest at 180 degree. So depending upon the bond angle in the molecule, there are the repulsive forces. So whether repulsive forces strong or weak can be decided on the basis of bond angle. So in this case, at 90 degree bond repulsive forces are strong, and at 180 repulsive forces are weak, very less. So depending upon the angle, repulsive forces are there, and all these 8 rules are useful to decide the shape or geometry of the inorganic molecules. So in this part we have discussed the different types of rules given by the Gillespie, also known as Gillespie's stereochemical rule, to explain the shape of the molecule. So today we stop here, and in the next part we will take some example how to find the shape or geometry of that molecules.